Welcome to our introduction on Associated Press Style for Journalism MO2, Digital Media Reporting and Writing. I'm Professor Kelsey Stewart. New style format helps to create conformity in word usage, spelling, punctuation, and grammar. For anyone who has taken an English course, MLA is expected for every essay. As reporters, it is essential that we have a formula set in motion for our publications, not only to help minimize errors, but also to set a standard for professionalism. Most daily publications like the Moorpark Reporter use the Associated Press Stylebook. Some news outlets, like the New York and LA Times, have their own style formats. What is AP Style? The Associated Press was formed in May 1846 by 5 daily newspapers in New York City to share the cost of transmitting news during the Mexican-American War. When the AP was founded, news became a saleable commodity. The invention of the rotary press allowed the New York Tribune in the 1870s to print 18,000 papers per hour. Fast forward 173 years, and the Associated Press has now become one of the most recognized news sources in the world. Its publications are seen by more than half the world, and with news team coverage in over 250 locations worldwide. Its prevalence in the media world and trusted journalism has led to stalwart yearly publications of the AP Stylebook, the go-to guide to writing for the media. Some years don't offer much variation in format. However, in 2018, they adjusted to 2019, they adjusted a few clarifications on proper gender identification and race. They also flipped the long-standing rule to write out the word percentage and instead now require the symbol. It may seem like minor adjustments, but without a formula that reflects an adequate reflection of our culture and our reporting, it could be disastrous and lead to libelous and defamatory cases for members of the media. This year's copy for 2020 is coming out in June. We are going to take some time to go over our top 5 AP style tips. These will be updated weekly, so we'll be learning as many tips as we can this semester. But our top ones, the first one is numbers. So one thing you should always remember is that numbers 1 through 9 should be written out, but anything 10 and over should be represented through digits. Our next one is temperatures. So an exception to the numbers rule is that temperatures 1 through 9 are reflected with digits except for 0. So you would say it will be an unbearable low of 9 degrees today. When saying temperatures in the 50s, there is no apostrophe on the 50s. Third one is seasons. This one's very easy. Seasons are always lowercase. Our next tip is months. So 7 of the 12 months should be abbreviated as January, February, August, September, October, November, and December with 3 letters and a period. The 5 shorter months with less than 5 characters apiece, March, April, May, June, and July are written out in full. Okay, titles. Now we'll get a little bit further into this one, but just a short glimpse of titles. They are always capitalized when they precede someone's name. So Mayor Brown recently began his 2nd term versus Vanessa Cruz, mayor of Moorpark. So when you say someone's name and the title afterwards, the title is lowercase. When you say their title before the name, then the title is capitalized. So those are our quick 5 AP style tips that we went through. Make sure that you take our assessment check quiz. You can take it as many times as you want. It's just making sure that you can start understanding the material, because the faster that you pick up these little tricks and formats of AP style, the better of a writer that you will become, the more reliable of a reporter you'll be able to become in your writing, and the faster you'll be able to get out your stories, because you won't have to triple think about just little format issues as you're writing them out. So, okay, let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.